Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Total War Attila with the Saxons. So yesterday was the first session of Attila weekend, today is the second, and I'm a little bit tentative this morning. I had a few drinks at my nephew's birthday party yesterday and just say I maybe had one too many. But I endeavour to bring this to you, so you'll have to bear with me. So, as we left off in the last session, I keep calling it Londinium, it's Britannia Superior, is on the verge of rebellion, and Cenred's campaign here in Gaul didn't get off to the best of starts, and now he's facing a spot of trouble. But before we press on with today's session, just a couple of things that I noted during editing yesterday's videos. The first thing I noted was the fact that, yes, during the first fight that we had here, Colonia Agrippina, we lost quite a few of our Saxon spears with Cenred's army down here. Lost quite a few Saxon spears, and I wondered how the hell did that happen. They were in shield wall formation. The cavalry were coming in, and they're good against cavalry. I noticed that in fact the huge losses we suffered was due to friendly fire, despite the fact that I tried to halt my skirmishers from firing upon the enemy. They continued to do so, and it was actually the friendly fires as my slingers and things were trying to rain death down upon the horses that my spears were attacking. Thus why I lost so many of my spears. And the second thing that I noticed, that I didn't notice yesterday, was I got a message regarding plague spreading, and I couldn't fathom out where it spread to. Actually, the plague has spread to the sons of Saxony. I moved the army from Camulodunum down to Londinium to counteract the upcoming rebellion, and putting them in the plagued city of Londinium has now left the actual army with the plague. Hence, they're now going to start suffering attrition. So that was a message that I got. Didn't understand it yesterday, but upon editing the video, I noticed that's what it said. So there were a couple of issues to clear up. So now that that's sorted, what are we going to do now with Cenred? I asked your advice, and you gave your advice, and some of it was pretty useful. The most useful of it being, we have a spy here. Spies can hinder army movements, so if necessary we can try and halt the advances of these legions with our spy to give Cenred enough time to loot and pillage and run before they get near him. Now of course there are 3 armies here, and our spy can only hinder 1 at a time, so we're just going to have to try and do our very best. But for the moment, Cenred is going to amble his way down here to the other side of the city. He's within striking distance should we decide that we are going to attack it. But we're going to wait one turn because we can't attack it anyway because we're in forced march. But we'll see which way the legions move. Now what we're going to do also is we are going to hinder the army, or hinder the movements of the strongest army, which I believe is this one. So we're going to hinder this army and see if we can stop it from moving, and hopefully the others will busy themselves with the rebels here and the Caledonians up here, and not even bother with our little petty army down here. Hopefully Cenred will go unnoticed, hiding in the autumn trees. Let's have a look.
How can I help?
So we're going to misdirect it, which reduces campaign movement range.
Messing with the enemy.
And success!
I told you I
Nicely done. And he's gained a wise woman. +5 to local province. Wow, we need him. We need him in Britannia Superior. Come back to us. We need public order. Oh my god. Can't we swap that to a different spy? That's a beautiful trait to have.
What would you
Bloody
have?
fool. We need him. Yeah, I think we know. Once we've campaigned in Gaul and our campaign is finished down here, we're going back to Britannia with the army. I think we know which spy is going to remain behind in Britannia Superior, don't we? Right, so now that we have completely had a successful action with this agent, we can now level him up. Now I haven't really looked into too much detail about the various things that we can do with spies, so you'll have to bear with me, but I think there is one where you can ruin provisions, which is similar to poisoning in the last game, and I think that was very useful. So it's a cunning based action, so increasing cunning in general is pretty decent. misdirect army. That's also quite useful. Infiltrate. Alright, and deceive. Okay, so that's a zeal action, that's an authority action by the looks of it, and that's the cunning action. So I'm going to go increase the cunning in general. Okay, and then we're going to go for ruined provisions. I think that's very similar to, it doesn't quite poison them, but I think it increases their fatigue pre-battle, so it gives them some negative debuffs before battle, which is very similar to the poisoning, so we're going to max that out, I think. So, alright. Wigston! Good old Wigston, eh? Good old Wigston. Okay, I think that's pretty much it though. I think there's nothing else that we can really do this turn. In terms of Britannia Superior and the build policy, I'm trying to get this balanced. I've now come to the conclusion after somebody give me some advice in a comment. I'm actually not going to go for the trade jetties up here. I'm actually going to go for the fishing jetties to give us some extra food. I think the food situation, we are cutting it a little bit fine with the food. So I think we're going to give ourselves a bit of an extra buffer by putting the fishing jetties in. Another benefit of the fishing jetties is they don't suffer from the fertility, the fertility issue that will be happening as time progresses. So it's also good to have a few fishing jetties here and there. We do get some, we do get some wealth from the fishing jetties. So it's not completely disaster in terms of the economy. So we're going to go for that. But for now we're going to end the turn and pray that the Roman legions don't come after us at the speed of light. The Geats do have quite a big force, don't they? Let's just hope they don't turn on us. We were trading with them, we've been in their good graces for some time. I don't think they would turn on us, but just keep our fingers crossed. Right, here we go. Western Romans, where art thou marching, Western Romans? Thou art marching down towards me. And he looks as if he's going to make it. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's going to be able... How can he make it? How many movement points do you get? Ay, ay, ay. So, yeah, this isn't going to go very well. As you can see, this is quite grim. But I think the fact that he's moved halfway across France in one turn, he's not going to have much movement points left. So I think we can retreat and have him not follow us up. Yeah. Okay. This is not good. Cenred's misery in Gaul continues. When he gets back to Britannia Superior, having only managed to sack 250 talents worth of coin, I think High King Jewish is not going to be too happy. Right. Okay. Yes, I can see, thank you. You don't have to tell me. I know it's... Yes, we are hitting a rather grim stage here in the campaign. Things just aren't happening as we anticipated. Right. Okay, where's my spy? We need to hinder this guy now. Yeah, we need to hinder him. No, we need to hinder. I want him stopped in his tracks. Success! Suck on that, you punk. Right, now we have forced march on. We can move quite far. We're going to suffer attrition because it is winter, and we are moving through. The snow. We don't have enough luxury to be able to fortify ourselves to prevent any attritional losses, because we have to get away from this here. We have to move. So we're going to have to move, basically. Yeah. How far can we move in this stance? This is so tentative, I just don't know what to do. I think we're going to press over here. There's no attrition at this side of the map. I'll make a beeline for this settlement, I think.
When your feet bleed, you can moan. Move out!
Oh, this is a walled settlement as well.
On the move.
This is not a walled settlement, but how far can he march? He can reach us in his next turn. Wow. Oh, bloody hell. He's definitely going to attack us, isn't he? We're in range of this garrison here as well, so they're going to get the garrison to assist. Yeah. Hey, this campaign here in Gaul has fallen flat on its face. Big style. Alright. For 5,000 coin to spend. Oh, this is marvellous. We have British agents in our lands as well. They're going to cause havoc here. Bring it on, I say. Right, the next plan, in terms of the buildings, I'm not going to be building any of these just yet. What I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on building the village, which takes 4 turns. The fishing jetties, which takes 4 turns. And the chieftain's house, which takes 4 turns, all at the same time. So that they all come into effect at the same time, and therefore any food debuffs, any public order debuffs, etc, etc, they all kick in together. But before we even do any of that, we're going to now put this into the wells to increase the sanitation, which is what we're going to need as well. And thank the gods that the plague has finally left Londinium. But of course this army has the plague, so it could be spread somewhere else if we're not too careful. Right. One more turn for our final technology to be researched before we take a bit of a breather in the researchment of any more. Okay. And diplomacy. We did get a non-aggression pact just off camera before starting the session with the Vandals, and I'm hoping now that we had that for a turn, they will finally trade with us.
Good and noble friend, what an honor you do us.
No.
Come, speak and let us hear your words.
I ain't paying them for it. I mean, I know I'll probably make this back in a few turns, but they could be dead in a few turns, so I don't think we could really afford to do that right now. And I don't think the Franks are going to trade with us, do you?
Well met, friend. Sit and let your word.
Okay. Fingers crossed, guys. This is a nervous situation, but we did misdirect. We did misdirect. So I mean, what effect is that having? Is it working? Where are you going? Sail on past. Oh my god. Where's he going? Where are they going? What are they doing? I'm getting a bit nervous. All of a sudden, things could take a sudden turn, they could take a swift turn for the worst. One minute everything is hunky-dory, we're growing our empire slowly but surely, we're going on a sacking campaign, the next minute our sacking army gets destroyed, the Geats turn on us and it all goes to rat-doo-doos. Oh god. That's how things can happen in this game, I'm telling you, it's ruthless. Talk about kicking you while you're down, you know? More attrition for the Sons of Saxony. Oh, for God's sake. See, I told you this is a problem. We researched that last technology and boom, our Imperium level increases again. So we're now what? We're inspiring with our one province. Yeah, great. Yeah, Britannia, Superior, still hasn't revolted yet. Public order is actually getting better. Not quite good enough, but it's getting there. Right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, bear with me as I get my bearings. 2,800. Why has that gone up? It was 2004 not so long ago. 2008, 2004, what's that? 2008, 2004 is 4,000, 5,002, 5,000, 6,002, 7,002, 7,006. Another couple of turns before we can get all three of those at the same time. No more researching, that's fine. That's going to take another turn, that's fine. Right, there's nothing we can do here but keep on waiting patiently for the rebellion to hit, which it will. You're not raiding, are you? What stance are they in? They're in double time, so they're not raiding, so it's fine. I think they're just passing on by. Maybe like the captain of the Concordia, waving as he sails past, before tragedy struck. Silly man. Anyway, it looks like the army was misdirected because they haven't moved this turn, so that's quite good, which means we might just be able to loot and plunder this settlement here and then move on. It hasn't been already plundered, so that's good. So if we plunder this and then run, this is going to take, again, this is another walled one. This is one that's going to take extra time to build those siege engines, etc, etc. We can't afford that. But we'll keep on trying to hinder him just to give us that extra...
Sabotage.
Yes, he's successful again. Nice. Okay. So if he's not going to move... If he's not going to move because he's hindered, maybe we can afford to build those siege engines for a turn. Should we be greedy? Oh, should we be greedy? Should we be greedy and take and risk it now? In fact, have we got any... Ooh, attrition kicked in big style that time, didn't it? Wow. If we can get mercenary onagers, that would be great. No. You know what? Let's not be greedy. Let's not be greedy. We'll take the spoils from this first. Take the spoils. We need every last man that we can muster, so I'm not going to fight it myself and risk taking additional losses. Decisive victory. 1,400. That's not bad. I mean, we can get more if we can occupy it, but then we're going to have to raise it because we don't want to keep it. Although we don't have to. We could loot and occupy it and then just tear down all the buildings and just leave it to revolt. Couldn't we? And then whilst we're in here for a turn, we're in friendly territory and therefore we can upgrade our Nordic band, replenish for a turn, and then move on. Plus we might get a little bit of extra money from the settlement for a couple of turns until it properly revolts. I'm trying to think of the drawbacks of occupying this now and then just leaving it to rot. And I can't see any drawbacks. I can only see positives. I can only see positives. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What's the... No, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Oh, dearie me. Was this a mistake? I don't know. But we're going to get a turn's worth of replenishment, which is going to help us. We can upgrade these guys, and if we upgrade them, do we get them back to full strength? No, we don't, but that's fine. Takes a... I'm not going to upgrade these because they're going to turn into horses, although horses would be good right now. How much extra? How much extra? Wow! Like an extra 230 per unit in upkeep. No, I think we're going to forget that for now. Yeah, so yeah. Cenred has upgraded himself, so we're going to give him an extra rank in that to give him even more sacking income and looting income. And then I think, he's had a couple of fights now. He's had a couple of fights, but I don't see him as somebody that's authoritative. I see him as somebody that's more cunning. He's a bit of a ducker and diver, a wheeler dealer, trying his best to get out of the fight rather than somebody that's headstrong and into battle. So we're going to go for some cunning, I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Excellent. Right, so there we go. So we have ourselves a little settlement down here. Now, if we destroy these, can we, they're all just... Can we tear them down and get some extra coin from this? If we tear these down, do we get extra coin? Let's have a look. Mark for dismantling. I don't think we will, because we haven't built these, but... This is taking food. Ah, so this is one of the drawbacks, is that we lose a little bit of our food income. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of our food surplus. That's not a major problem. Alright, so if we tear... We'll keep that because that's giving us some food, so we don't want to tear that down. That's keeping us afloat right now, but we're going to tear this down. Tear those two down, keep that for food, just let that... Leave that as it is. No point of spending any money to repair it because we're not staying here. How many turns can he move? How far can you go in this turn? You can't make it to the settlement this turn, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Upgrade our spy. Get him extra... I think misdirect is really, really useful, so I think I'm going to go for another misdirect, and I'm going to go for another one of them. He's proven himself very useful as a spy. Very, very useful indeed. I'm just wondering if we should do it for another turn. Another misdirect. He can't reach us this turn. But if we can misdirect him successfully, we might just take the chance in trying to take Lugdunum. You know, besiege Lugdunum and try and sack this. Very, very, very tentative, isn't it? It's very decisive victory. Bloody, bloody, blah. Okay, marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. I'm just going to take a quick look at our diplomatic penalty now that we get as a result of the fact that we have just improved our Imperium even more. It's now gone up to, well, down to a -30 penalty from -10. Boy, oh boy. It's quite a hit. So as you can see, our relations with the British are beginning to decrease. And in fact, our relation with the Picts is all of a sudden... See, they consider us a great power. They consider us a great power -30. But for some reason, the Picts are considering us a great power -75. Don't know why that is. -30. So why are the Picts seeing us as a greater power? Is it because the Picts are weaker? Considerably weaker than us? Could be. I'm not quite sure how this works. Vandals, want to trade? Want to trade with this mighty power? No? Alright. You don't want to trade with the great power that we are. Fine. Screw you then. Right, okay. I think we're going to hinder him again. Can we... I think we might have already done... Have we already used his hinder ability for this turn? I've lost track. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're still waiting for this rebellion. It's going to happen next turn, apparently. Alright, I'll believe it when I see it. One more turn and then we can build. No technologies, and we may assign a provincial governor. Well, we don't want a provincial governor, thank you. It's just just a temporary holding point until we move on. This is far too close to Roman territory for us to really sit comfortably down here. And the Geats sail away. That extra penalty to our relationships due to that increase in Imperium could also adversely affect our relationship with people like the Geats. So the fact that they're sailing around very close to our lands is a little bit disheartening. Yes, they're moving away. He's moving away. He's moving towards Lugdunum. Okay, I think it's game over. I think our campaign of Gaul has come to a close here. Ooh! Hengist has died of natural causes at the age of 52. Oh dear. Which means that the sons of Saxony have to... Oh, well, he's not head of anybody. It was his horse that's head of this army, isn't it? Rebellion is imminent. They keep telling us this, but it's not happening. They've told us this every damn turn for the past 5 bloody turns. It's not happening. Come on, just rebel already. I'm ready for you. I'm waiting. Although this army is shriveling up and dying very slowly due to plague. Please pass this ghastly plague. It's got some foreign trespassers here. It's fine. It's not fine, it's the Picts. The Picts don't like us. They're neutral with us. Somebody's raiding. Who's raiding? Who's raiding us? Okay, you can raid. I'm not bothered. Yeah, we saw a Roman legion head this way, so I'm not going to risk it. I think, as I just said, I think our campaign in here is done. We're going to leave Avaricum to rebel and rot. That's what we're going to do. This is costing maintenance. What the hell? Destroy it, will you? Can you not destroy it? I just want to... Did I click on repair last time? I might have clicked on repair by mistake. Anyway, we're going to dismantle it. That's fine. Epic poet! Hengist. He's dead. Maybe somebody hired an epic poet to write a bit of a tale about him in his death. Gold veins? Oh my god, we got gold down here? It's a shame to leave, isn't it? And we have a good summer. Marvelous, right? Okay. This is a province that has gold. Wow. Should we be leaving a province that has gold? Should our eyes be bigger than our belly, and should we risk staying down here? Oh. Spy? Come hither. There he is, look. There's his little legion. Legio number 7. Gemina. What do we do? What do we do? We move, is what we do.
Ready for orders.
We move. Let's not be greedy.
Yes.
Let's not be greedy.
The shadows.
Let's not be greedy.
Thirsty for battle.
Let's be greedy. Let's be greedy. And loot and sack this one.
None will escape.
Raise it to the ground. Oof. And take the spoils. No! What do you mean we can't? It's just been recently plundered. Curse you! Greed has got the better of us once again. Oh, damn. Fine. Maybe we should occupy it. Extra tax again. No, there's no point of occupying this time. We don't get any extra bonus for it, so we could raise it just for a laugh. Yeah, I think we're going to raise it. You know what? Yeah, we're going to raise it. We're going to raise it. There's nothing to be gained from it. I'm upset that there's no plunder. We get to the treasure. We get to the treasury stores, like, hoping to see it overflowing with gold. Cenred walks through the doors and sees nothing. Maybe 1 or 2 coins, just scattered about. And in his fury, he orders this place to be razed to the ground.
Ready for orders.
Suck on that. My campaign in Gaul has been nothing but absolute misery, and the quicker I get off this damn soil, the better. I'll just leave this place behind me, a smoking ruin.
For the tribe.